Did you go out for a hike this weekend or spend a lot of time walking around with your kids and suddenly your knees started to hurt? Do you feel like you have pain in your knees when you're going up and down the stairs or getting up from a chair? In this episode, we're going to talk about 5 exercises that will help to alleviate your knee pain and stay pain-free. If living a pain-free life equates to a better life for you, keep watching and find out what you can do to live your best life. Welcome to Better Mobility, Better Life, where you can learn how to break mental and physical barriers to become a better athlete, a more functional human, and how to age with grace using physical therapy techniques. Hey friends, I'm Dr. Linz, a licensed doctor of physical therapy with over 15 years of helping people from all different backgrounds get back to their fully functional selves. In this episode, we're going to take a deep dive into 5 exercises that you can do at home to help alleviate your knee pain. Please note that this is purely educational and not medical advice. If your symptoms do not go away, I encourage you to see your medical professional. If you're new to the channel and you want to learn more about increasing your mobility, regaining functionality, and living pain-free, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you know when a new video comes out. So, before we get to the 5 exercises, let's talk about the knee and how pain can arise. There are different causes that can result in knee pain, but often it's the soft tissue structures that may be tight or weak, resulting in pain in the knee. When you think about the knee joint, it's a pretty straightforward joint that bends and extends. You have your quad muscles in the front of the thigh that assist you with knee extension, and your hamstrings in the back of the thigh that flex the knee. Your calf muscle also crosses the knee joint and plays a role in how the knee functions. Since the hip and the ankle joints operate as mobility joints and may not be in good alignment, they may be the culprit for the knee pain. So here are the 5 exercises to start with if you are experiencing pain in your knee. All right. So for the first exercise, this is called a quad set, and what you're going to do is you're going to get on your bed or the couch, or if you have a yoga mat, you can place yourself on the floor, and you're gonna just lean back, and the goal is to get the thigh muscle right here to contract. So you're going to just squeeze that thigh and hold it, and you should see that as your knee straightens, your ankle comes up off of the mat. This I'd like you to hold for about 2 to 3 seconds and then relax. If you want to get a little bit more endurance in that quad, if 2 to 3 seconds feels pretty easy, you can hold it for 5 seconds and then relax. I often tell my clients that I want them to do 3 sets of 10 just to get the quad nice and strong. So for the next exercise, it's called a short arc quad. What you're going to do for this exercise is if you have a little hand towel, roll it up, and then you're going to stick it underneath that knee. You're going to lean back again, tighten your quadricep muscle, and push that knee down into the towel roll. You can also bring your toes towards your nose. This will help with that knee extension, and hold for 5 seconds. I want you to do 3 sets of 10 with this exercise in order to get good strength in that quad muscle. All right, then the next exercise is called a straight leg raise. So again, we're targeting the quad muscle. You're going to come down into a lying down position. You can prop yourself on your elbows if that feels more comfortable. You're going to start with that same quad contraction, trying to straighten that knee as much as you can, and then you're gonna lift that leg up in the air about halfway of your other knee. I want you to hold this for about 3 seconds, and then come back down nice and slow. Be aware that if that quad is not strong enough, as you raise up, it might start to bend that knee as you come back down. And we wanna make sure that that knee stays straight the entire time. So really get that good quad set, lift up, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, and then slowly lower back down. All right. So for the next exercise, this is called the clamshell. I'm going to have you turn onto your side, and you're going to bring your knees together and keep your ankles together. So here, I'm going to have you slowly lift your top knee up off that bottom knee and then come back down. Make sure you keep your ankles together as you do this, and this will target your gluteus medius muscle, which sits right here on the side. So if you start to feel a burn there, that's exactly what we're trying to target. So here, I want you to try to do about 2 or 3 sets of 10, depending on how quickly it fatigues. And if you feel that this is pretty easy, what you can do is if you have access to a band, you can loop it around and put it right above the knee joints. Get back into that same position, and then you're going to lift that top knee up off the bottom knee, and that band should give you a little extra resistance. So you should feel pretty good burn right on the side of that hip. Okay, so then the last exercise is called the bridge. And for this exercise, you're going to lie flat on your back. You're gonna keep your knees bent and bring your ankles towards that bottom. So here, the goal is to get a little bit of an abdominal contraction first to support that spine, and then you're going to just lift those hips up in the air, squeezing your glute muscles, and hold here for about 5 seconds, and then return on down. Again here, I'd like for you to try to do 3 sets of 10, but if you need to start with 1 or 2 sets, that's completely okay. You're just building up that tolerance. Get those hips as high as you can. This is a great glute exercise, and then come back down. So if you really want to increase your endurance, what you can do is hold it up in the air for 10 seconds, and I would probably shorten the amount of reps to 10. So if you came up, hold for 10 seconds, and then slowly again lower back down. And again, I would just do this about 10 times. You should feel a good burn in the glute muscles. So these exercises are really good to do if your knee pain just started, or if it's too painful to bear weight down through that knee, and you know, things like stairs and getting in and out of a chair are pretty painful. It's better off to start on a mat that's non-weight bearing. Okay, and once these become pain-free and easy to perform, then you can progress yourself to a higher level of exercise in more of a standing position or a squatting position, and that way you'll be able to put more weight through your knees. If you've enjoyed this episode and you want to learn 5 more exercises that will continue to strengthen the knee and increase your balance in the weight-bearing and standing position, make sure to hit the subscribe button and then click on the video. All right, until next time.